Hey guys, welcome to another episode of 3SSRTV. I'm your host Peter Tseros, and to my left is Chad Phillips.
Thank you very much, but technically it's my right. Well, if I'm looking to you...
Yeah, it's your right, but you're you, so you can't be
but
on your right because you're you, so you're where you are.
But to the audience, it's my right. Unless the camera was right behind us.
Right, but I said my left.
Yeah.
So
what would happen if we had a mirror?
We don't have a mirror, so let's not confuse everyone.
I think we're already confused. And it's a good way to start up the show because we've got everything. Good segue, people. And we've got a big show lined up. We're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about sports of both football and soccer, travel, gaming, and much, much more.
That's right. But before we go to that, you notice something a little bit? Like,
new shirt?
No. You getting that?
I can't.
No? My face isn't stuffed up.
Really?
No.
No. Because I played up on Peter here.
I dislike you.
But that's just the relationship that we have here on the show. No, Peter's eye has recovered.
Well, it recovered-ish. It's a lot better. I don't look like the Elephant Man, which is great, because the last two episodes I look kind of puffy.
No, but you're recovering well.
That's right.
Told you to put the ice pack. I guess we don't have to put makeup on you anymore. You can do that on your own time. And
yeah, do that on my own time when I dress up as a clown.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to have a segment later on that. But right now, we're going to start off with music with Tom Spottiswoode and Michael Thompson.
Well, hello and welcome to the fourth segment of 3SSR Music. I'm Tom and this is Michael, of course. Hey. And for another week, we'll be telling you what's happening in the world of music. Michael, what have you got for us, mate?
Well, I'm going to start off with some really happy news from 90s Land, Europop dance band who had 14 sold-out shows in 2012. Aqua, everyone's favourite band, by the way, Tom.
I don't know about that, mate, but yeah.
They're going to be touring Australia in October and November. They're going to start in Perth and they're going to finish off in Brisbane. They're going to be coming to Melbourne on the 3rd of November at the Palais Theatre, which I cannot wait for. Hopefully I can get myself a ticket there. Yep. All ticket information are available now. We can put up on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Swinburne Student Radio.
I really don't know how Barbie Girl's going to go down at the Palais Theatre, but anyway,
we'll
see how it goes.
We'll find out our age group and all that and see how they go. And other news though, the Beyond the Valley Festival lineup has been announced with Peking, Duck Pond, The Preachers, just to name a few, Luna George as well, going to be headlining massive events happening around the Falls Festival southbound area, which is like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, so it's going to be happening around that time, which is going to be good to go see. However, in a couple of days' time, we've got the AFL Grand Final entertainment, and we're a bit happy about the entertainment, aren't we, there, Tom?
Oh, a bit of mixed feelings, I think. Yeah,
bit of mixed feelings. That Tom Jones, yeah, that's right, Tom Jones, he's still alive, is going to be headlining the event with 23-year-old Ed Sheeran, who's one of my favourite artists in the world right now. Tom, what are your thoughts on Tom Jones and Ed Sheeran? A bit of new and old?
Yeah, well, Ed Sheeran's not too bad. I don't know about Tom Jones. He's not really up to the sort of atmosphere I would think a grand final is. I don't know how Sex Bomb's going to go down.
Oh, it's not unusual, and What's New Pussycat, and she's a lady.
Well, that's right. I think we're going to be seeing Meatloaf yet again this year at the AFL Grand Final.
Meatloaf 2.0.
Yeah. But Olivia Newton-John will be fantastic for singing the national anthem.
And Mike Brady going to be singing Up There Kazali, as always, on the grand final day. Also in other news, the Byron Bay Blues Fest has been announced and the Black Keys and Train are headlining the event next year. And Tom, you're a little bit intrigued about Train headlining Byron Bay?
I am intrigued. I don't really see them as a blues festival band. They're more of a sort of a pop band, but interesting choice, and that's just me.
So Tom, what else has been happening in the world of music?
Well, Brandon Flowers, frontman of Grammy-nominated band The Killers, has announced the release of a brand new solo album. The album will be produced by Ariel Rakshade, who has worked with names like Justin Bieber, Ellie Goulding, Haim, and Vampire Weekend.
That's big names right there, Tom.
Yeah.
Well, big names, especially for someone like Brandon Flowers. And
yeah.
I'm hoping the new album, though, is not very, what Gerard Wade's gone with the Jack White sort of look.
Well, I think it's going to be quite similar to his previous solo record. But despite the announcement of going solo, Flowers stands confident that the Killers will continue, just as they did after his first solo release, Flamingo, in 2010, just as I said. The Killers have been headlining festivals all over the world, including Big Day Out right here in Australia back in 2012 and UK Festival Leeds and Readings this year. The band will take a break during the release of the record, but will continue writing new music after that. Brandon Flowers' album is due for release sometime next year. Also next year, Getaway Plan will be releasing another studio album entitled Dark Horses. And for the first time, the band will be releasing it completely independently and crowd-funded. So very interesting stuff to hear.
It's a different approach to the Getaway Plan and all that, because as you said, they're normally like label bands and all that. But getting the fans and all that involved, that's actually really good. Where can they go to actually fund this?
Well, you just look up www.pledgemusic.com/project/getaway plan, the Getaway Plan, if you want to donate some music there, some money there. And really interesting stuff, because they've never released anything professional without a label's funding before. So I'm really interested to hear.
It's going to be new innovation.
Yeah, that's right. And Force Festival lineup has been announced, a second announcement, with artists Al Skier, Dan Sultan, Cloud Control and Megan Washington adding to the bill, and also some Aussie artists, Kingswood, Thelma Plum, Northeast House Party and The Art of Sleeping. So fantastic.
Great lineup there, great extra action, especially Al Skier, Megan Washington and Kingswood. Kingswood's one of my favourite Australian bands right now.
Same here.
They're amazing.
Yeah, I love them. But anyway, that's all from us, me and Michael. Back to you.
Great stuff, guys. Not necessarily looking forward to Aqua as much as Michael is, but suppose Barbie Girl would be all right.
What's wrong with Aqua?
But I don't know, Barbie Girl, not really my.
Dr. Jones?
Dr. Jones.
Listen, I would, I would compare them to, the greatest acts of the 20th century.
Definitely why not? We'll call it, yeah. I got nothing.
You got nothing. You're speechless about Aqua.
I'm speechless.
You're just going to have to listen.
No.
Listen to the entire soundtrack. There's only 2 or 3 songs that are...
No, they've made some normal ones.
Oh, they're B track.
Please stop talking about Aqua.
Yeah, let's not put it on a downer, because right now we're going to go into sports with John O'Donoghue and our very own Peter.
G'day guys, welcome to another week of 3SSRTV. I'm John O'Donoghue here, as always, with Peter Saros. And this week, we're on the eve of the finals, and we're talking about delistings and retirements now, Pete. We start off with Brisbane. They've delisted 3 players. Andrew Rains, a former Richmond player, right. Jordan Lyle and James Polkinghorne. What can you tell us about Rains? Do you think he'll get another chance?
I really don't think. I think he's had his run. He's played 11 years, I think it is. He's over 150 games. He had a pretty good career at Richmond. I thought he was a pretty good running off half-back player. He played a different role in Brisbane. I don't think he'll get another shot, though.
Yeah, Jordan Lyle, the former Hawk as well, and I don't think he'll get another chance. I think he's mid-20s by now, and he may just go back to the VFL and play. Carlton delisted Josh Bootsma as well. He's had a tumultuous year, the Snapchat, the selfie gate, I think they call it. So, look, he may get another shot. I've heard Richmond have got a fair bit of interest in him. Would you want him at your footy club?
That's right. He's a talent, and I heard as well Richmond did get a little bit of a liking toward him. If we get him for free, go for it. But at the same time, I don't think he'll be too great. But you never know.
He's not a bad player, but look, if he can curb the off-field stuff.
Yeah, no Snapchat.
He can be, just cancel that. Sad news, obviously we heard the retirement of Lenny Hayes with St Kilda. We'll get back to that in a minute. But two players we didn't know were told on Tuesday they'd be playing their last game for the club, with James Gwilt and Clinton Jones. They've been both serviceable players for the side. Gwilt, there's murmurings going around. He'll head to Adelaide and be that key back for the Crows, who are in desperate need of a key backman. Jones, I doubt will get another opportunity. He may go back to South Fremantle and play for his old footy club there.
I think Jones is a really good player. Very good tagger.
Well, after the 2009 grand final, when he tagged Ablett out of it, he got, that's where he built his profile.
That's right, and he had a very good career up till now. I'm very surprised they got rid of Gwilt. I knew that Jones was probably heading off, but Gwilt was a bit surprising in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ryan O'Keefe is the last one from the Sydney Swans, 2012 Norm Smith medalist. He's been on the outer all year. The Swans he may get another opportunity at Melbourne and reunite with former coach Paul Roos, but who knows? He's 31 or 32 now, so he may be on the end of his legs.
Two-time premiership player. He's won All-Australians. He's won best and fairest. I think he's been a leading goal kicker a few times. Great player. I reckon he's going to go to a side that's in the top 4. I think he could potentially be a mature age rookie going to someone like,
Hawthorn were interested in him
That's what I
a
was
few years
saying.
ago.
Hawthorn, for instance, who we don't know what's going to happen, but someone that's in that top 4 space.
Absolutely. Now, we'll move on to the retirements. There are 30 of them, so I've just put down the most important ones. We won't go through all of them. Ben Rutten, he signed off on Sunday night against St Kilda as well. Got a goal, finished with a goal in his last kick in AFL, so that's always good. An absolute star of the game, and Adelaide will miss him immensely.
Apparently his first kick was also a goal, and his last kick in AFL was also a goal, so that's an interesting one. Genuine star player, All-Australian winner, and he'll be missed at Adelaide.
Absolutely. Brisbane legend Jonathan Brown, too many head knocks, I think, probably cost him in the end.
One or two too many.
Yeah, he's got a few screws in his head, so he retires as well. He played a fair few games for the Lions, captain, All-Australian, 3-time premiership player as well.
Kicked a lot of goals as well.
Yeah, so you can see already that Brisbane are struggling without him. They don't have that key forward up there, so they've got Payne into the club. They've got a few others. Stephen Martin can go forward as well. So they're trying to fill the void of him there. Heath Scotland signed off as well for Carlton. Good player for them.
Yeah, that's a big miss there. They're going to miss him, and he was pretty good at Collingwood and Carlton in his career, and genuine star. I think he's a bit underrated as well. He doesn't get as much into the limelight as other players, but I think he'll be a big miss for Carlton.
Yeah, absolutely. 2-time premiership player Josh Hunt, I believe, he also retired during the week for GWS now. He was a star, I thought he was a very good player for Geelong, and when they got rid of him I was a bit surprised, but look, GWS benefited from having him in the side.
I think it's a bit disappointing. He only played 1 year for them. I would have hoped that he would have played at least 2 or 3, you'd think so, to get some value out of him. Because one year recruits aren't doing that much when you're not in a premiership contention side. So it's a bit disappointing that he's only stuck around for the 1 year.
Absolutely. Now we've heard about Mitch Clark's struggles this year. He's got depression apparently. It's very sad news. He's retired from the game. He's headed back to WA. So look, Melbourne will miss him. They obviously got him and Dawes and Hogan, and look, things looked up for Melbourne until he started getting injured, and then he revealed his illness. So he'll be missed for Melbourne.
That's right, he'll be a big miss. Capable of playing ruck and forward. Doesn't mean that in a few years' time, if he can get over his personal life issues, that he might come back. He's a genuine player, and he's not that old either.
Absolutely. Dom Cassisi, the captain of Port Adelaide in their 2007 premiership. The 2004 premiership, I should say. He was an absolute star. Played 200 games plus, I think. So he will be missed for Port Adelaide. Body really wasn't working in the last few years. The saddest one for me, Lenny Hayes. It's fair to say I shed a tear or two on Sunday when I saw the big fella walking off and getting cheered off. Been an absolute stalwart of the game. Finishes on 197 games. So he'll be well and truly missed.
Yeah, sad that he didn't get his 300 game. But one that you kind of skipped was Jay King.
I didn't actually.
No,
have
I think
him
he's in the same. I think he's in the same caliber as Lenny Hayes. Definitely in the same caliber.
Lenny Hayes, universally loved.
Clearly in the same.
Universally loved by everyone in the AFL.
Do you even football, mate?
Yeah, absolutely. He'll be missed. Dean Cox was another one. Big ruckman.
The big Cox. They love Cox.
They love Cox. Left him out of the last game. I'm just going to press on here.
They've lost their
Cox.
Cox.
Left him out of the last game, thinking they were going to make the finals because they thought Richmond might lose, but it wasn't to be. So he played his last game a few weeks ago, and Darren Glass as well, his former captain.
That's a big loss for them. 4-time All-Australian winner, I believe, and premiership player.
Yeah, absolutely. So Darren Glass as well, we said, signed off. And the final one was the final big name we thought was Daniel Giansiracusa. Been really serviceable for the Western Bulldogs. The super sub they called him. He often started as a sub and came on and had a really big impact for the Bulldogs.
That's right, yeah. He's had a huge impact, great career, and he's going to be missed. And I love that name. It's a really long name.
Giansiracusa.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite names going around in the AFL system. So.
Absolutely. And if you want to, we'll mention Jake King as the final.
I've already mentioned him.
The push-up king.
He's up there with Lenny Hayes.
I don't know about that.
No, he's
but
up
anyway,
there with Hayes.
Look, that's all we got time for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll throw now to Alex for soccer.
Thanks, guys. Well, we've had some interesting news in the Asian Champions League. Western Sydney Wanderers are through to the semi-final, and they will take on FC Seoul in the upcoming weeks of the Asian Championship. Now, a nerve-wracking final game. They went in with a 1-0 advantage from the home leg to play them away, and Gansu Evergrande fans, were they not happy with the Western Sydney Wanderers? They had multiple car crashes into their bus leading into the game. The Gansu Evergrande fans were calling them at their hotel, trying to keep them up, really trying to throw them off their game. But it didn't bother the Wanderers. They went out there, they used the hostile crowd to their advantage and really played out themselves. They did eventually end up going down 2-1, but thanks to the old away goal rule, they got through to the semi-finals. Absolutely fantastic, brilliant for the A-League, and really good for the Western Sydney Wanderers that are going in for the first time in the Asian Championships as far as they go on, and for a very new club, fantastic. Their membership numbers have also boosted thanks to this win. All right, guys, that's all from me at the moment. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Alex. Another great segment of Soccer for this week right here on C31 with 3SSRTV. Now, whoa, where did that come from? I've never noticed that before.
What are you doing? It's always been there.
No.
Wait, it's been there the whole time.
No.
The whole show.
I think we would know that something like that,
It's
a red flashing sort of thing.
with colour. No, it's been there the whole time.
No, listen, me and the viewer would know that I wasn't there before.
Nah.
No, yeah, you're freaking me out. Unless the place is haunted.
No,
No.
it's been there the whole time. Anyway, we're going to cut off to the Swin Gamers. They've talked about Far Cry 4.
Hey guys, we're Swing Gamers, I'm Sean.
I'm Ricky.
And we're here to talk to you about Far Cry 4 this week. Now, the Far Cry series has been really well since the original Xbox.
Yep.
And Far Cry 2, Far Cry 3, even Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. They've had really good games going through. And Far Cry 4 looks to be just as good.
Yeah, I really love Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. I thought it was a great expansion to an already great game. For me, the Far Cry experience did start with Far Cry 3. I wasn't really aware of the original two, but Far Cry 3 just came out of nowhere and just blew a lot of people away, won a lot of Game of the Year awards, and it was probably one of my favourite games of the year it came out. It was fantastic. And yeah, Far Cry 4 coming out this October, and I cannot wait for it. It's going to be amazing.
So, Far Cry, if you don't know, a little bit of history. The original Far Cry, you were set on an island and you had to escape from mercenaries. Number 2, you're in Africa and you had to pretty much make sure that you didn't set everything ablaze. There were 2 factions trying to take control over government and you were stuck in the middle. Number 3, you're on an island and Vaz was there and...
Yeah, there was 2 very interesting bad guys. You had Vaz,
Yeah.
and then his boss, again, was the sort of really main villain of the whole story. But just the environment they created, it was just massive, expansive island. It was actually 2 islands, in fact, and it was just a really sort of lively, living sort of environment. And you could walk around just for hours and hours, and things would just happen. Animals would chase you down and try to kill you, and rebels would try to hunt you down as well. It was just a really good game to sort of immerse yourself in, and I had hours and hours of fun playing it.
So Far Cry 4 looks to be fairly good. It involves the villain Pagan Min, and it's in the country of Kyrat. Now Kyrat's meant to be in the Himalayas or something similar, so you can ride elephants, you can jump off cliffs. It looks to be fun. Anyway, it's open-ended, and your character is going there to respect his mother's wishes and to lay her ashes down on the mountains. But things obviously take a turn for the worst, and the main villain comes along, Pagan, and yeah, it goes down.
It does. It seems like the gameplay trailer that premiered at E3 seemed like there was a little bit of history between the main character and the villain. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Now, what I'm really looking forward to is if you're a PS4 owner, lucky you, because if a friend of yours has Far Cry 4, you can actually play along with him without owning a copy. Now, this is only like a 2-hour trial, but I think they're doing it just so you can get a taste of Far Cry 4 to draw you in, and it won't be long before you're buying the game yourself.
And it's not going to be the only game. Eventually, the PlayStation 4 will have a heap of games where you're able to buy a copy and allow a friend to play it for a limited amount of time. And so it's a really good initiative. It allows you to effectively play a demo, except with a friend, so it's more inclined for you to actually buy the game yourself. But yeah, it's an interesting concept by Ubisoft and Sony, and it'd be interesting to see where it goes in the future.
Yeah, I'll have to get myself a PS4 so I can play with you. I don't have one yet, but I will get one eventually.
You're going to have to.
I will. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Riding an elephant just seems like the most awesome thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that just seems like cool. I saw the gameplay trailer. It looked fantastic.
I just want to stop villagers.
Yeah, I want to stomp villages and grab things with trunks and just whack them against walls. It just seems like the most fun thing ever. I cannot wait for this game. The gameplay trailer especially, like this was all in-engine and it looked gorgeous. This is a true next-gen experience. This is not a port up from a 360 or a PS3 game. This is a true next-gen game. It looks like it. It just plays like it. The world just seems massive, and I cannot wait to explore every single inch of it.
It's definitely a game to watch. So that's Far Cry 4, and it's coming out around about October. They're thinking maybe November as well. So keep an eye out for your local retailer for a release date. And until then, we're done. So I'm Sean.
I'm Ricky.
And you've been listening to Swing Gamers. Back to the studio.
Awesome stuff, guys. Love all the gaming updates. Can't wait for Far Cry 4 as well. Just wish I had an Xbox to play it on.
Poor Peter. But now we're going to go into Hidden Wonders of the World with Crystal and Jess.
Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Hidden Wonders of Australia. I'm Jess.
And I'm Crystal.
And today we will look into one of the more versatile destinations on the planet, Byron Bay. This place truly has something for everyone, from the pristine white beaches to the perfect waters and blue skies. It's definitely for people who take life wave by wave.
Byron Bay is probably one of the best places to find all the hidden coves which are completely untouched. Between Broken Head and 7 Mile Beach, there are several small secluded bays that very few visit or even know about. You just want something a bit more private or the surf all to yourself, you have to check out that place.
Definitely. And while we're talking about this region, why not take a look at the Shannon Markets? It's just a 45-minute drive out of Byron, and it's been running for 35 years. It's held on the second Sunday of every month and still lives by their original slogan, make it, bake it and grow it. The stall holders are as colourful and unique as objects they sell. You are sure to run into a busker, or maybe 10, as you lazily make your way around the stalls or just sit down under the tree to enjoy the delicious organic and locally grown food choices. This definitely is a real deal farmers market.
Definitely, and you have to check out the homegrown chocolate because it's amazing. Next, to fulfill your caffeine fix, just up the road from Byron Bay's main beach is the Top Shop Cafe. This offers home-cooked pastries, wholesome burgers, and the best coffee in town. True, is it not the best coffee in town? The Top Shop Cafe has hosted a number of celebrities, including Elle Macpherson, Sarah Wilson, but maintains a very laid-back corner store feel. The perfect early morning kickstarter or post-surf hangout.
Awesome. But if you want to bring out your wild side whilst heading over to Byron Bay, you can check out Cheeky Monkeys, the restaurant. It's on Johnson Street, and you can head on down to enjoy Eggs Benedict, dancing on the tables, and their weekly wet t-shirt competition, which is held every Thursday. You'll be sure to have a laugh. I would do. No, I'm kidding.
She did it.
I didn't.
Well, thanks guys. That's all we have time for. Till next time, check out hiddenwonders.com.au for more info. Back to you guys at the studio.
Awesome. Another great show of Hidden Wonders of the World right here on 3SSRTV.
That's right, but now we're going to cut off to one of my favourite segments. I love the answers in some of these questions here with Georgia and Alex's Street Walk.
Hi guys, welcome to Street Walk. I'm Georgia.
And I'm Steffi, and today we're asking people what their biggest pet peeve is.
It's going to get interesting.
So what's your biggest pet peeve?
Not having the Red Bull chicks here every day, because everyone should get free Red Bull every day. That'd be sick.
I agree, that would definitely be awesome.
Gives you wings, you know that?
Yeah, definitely.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
When you pay for a train ticket and still get a fine for it.
Yeah, I know. How many times has that happened to you?
3 now.
Okay, what pisses you off?
Well, I really hate when people talk too loud on their mobile phone, especially on public transport, and sometimes I like to mock them by pretending I'm talking to them. Yeah.
Okay guys, that's Street Walk for this week. What's your biggest pet peeve, Georgia?
My biggest pet peeve is when you're just trying to film a street walk and people just keep walking on by and you're just asking them one little question, but they're rushing, they've got to get to class and they can't spare a minute.
Like, it's 30 seconds, guys, come
And
on.
off they go, walking so slowly, can't spare a minute. What's your pet peeve, Steffi?
My biggest pet peeve is when there is a pedestrian crossing like 2 meters away from someone, but they don't want to walk that distance, so they just like dart onto the road, and it's just like, it's really terrifying if you're driving, and it's just,
Those jaybirds, they're jaywalkers.
jaywalkers, I hate you guys. No.
Well, that's Street Walk for today.
Yeah, back to you guys.
Great stuff, guys. Love some of those answers. They kind of vary from answer to answer on quality-wise anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that's all we have time for today. We'll be back next week, but also go on our website, which is at 3SSR.org, and check out our apps, which are available on Android and iPhone.
We're not done yet because we're also on social media. You can look us up on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook as well.
That's right. But for now, I'm Chad Phillips, and oh wait,
No, you're not. No, he's not. He's Peter Seris. I'm Chad Phillips. See you later, guys.
Fare thee well.
Bye.